Hello, this is 5-Minute Find, where we show you something you might have missed on Ancestry.com in 5 minutes or less. This is Ann Mitchell, and today I'm going to show you something you might have missed in the Social Security Death Index. Let's start with the basics. On every Social Security Death Index entry, you'll find the name, birth date, death date, place and year the Social Security number was issued. But what you may have missed is in the last residence or last benefit. Let's start with the most basic Social Security Death Index entry. This one for D.W. Gibson shows us his Social Security number, his birth date, his death date, and that he applied for a Social Security number in North Carolina in 1963. There is no last benefit or last residence information, so we know nothing more than the basic information. Some entries will have a last benefit. This benefit was usually paid to a qualifying survivor, such as a spouse or a child. Let's look at the entry for Martha Gibson, who is the wife of D.W. Gibson. She has a last benefit in her entry. Since she died in 1984 and her husband died after that, we can assume that benefits were being paid to him. So, we know he collected his last benefit while he was living in Andrews, Cherokee County, North Carolina. Now let's look at Martha Gibson's father, Gilbert M. Gillespie. You'll notice that he has a last residence instead of a last benefit. This means that when he died, no one else was eligible to collect benefits from his Social Security account because his wife had died before him and he had no dependent children. So we know that he died after his wife. So remember, if there is a last benefit, either a surviving spouse or dependent child was eligible to receive the deceased benefits. If there is a last residence, this is more likely the last resident the Social Security Administration knew about when paying that person's benefits. Also, if there is no last benefit or last residence, it may mean that someone is still collecting benefits from the deceased person's Social Security account, or the person died before receiving any benefits and had no dependents. A couple more things. Ancestry.com does not show the Social Security number for recent deaths to protect privacy. It might be useful to see the original Social Security application. We do not have those on Ancestry.com, but you may order them for a fee from the Social Security Administration. To see instructions on how to do this, click on Request Copy of Original Application on the left. This page walks you through the steps and the information you need to write a letter to the Social Security Administration to get a copy of the SS5. So when you look at the Social Security Death Index, make sure that you record and understand all 5 pieces that you might be looking at. Name, birth date, death date, place and year the Social Security number was issued, and whether you see a last residence or last benefit, and you understand the difference between the two. Thanks for listening. Happy searching.